Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? What's up? It's your favorite 6'5" Venezuelan trillionaire. It's Phil with Command This Podcast, but we're just doing a Philstream today. My other two co-hosts are sick. So shout out to them, Dev, Steve. Hope you all feeling better as time goes on. Y'all don't need to look at my eyes when I do this. But anyway, what we're going to do today, what we do on this stream is that we just kind of talk about whatever I feel like talking about. And if people come up in the chat and they've got ideas of stuff to talk about, well, then, hey, we can discuss that too. So right now, kind of starting on the beginning of this whole sports season coming up in front of us. Basketball, the NBA Finals just ended. Congratulations to the Celtics. I see everybody's hating on Jason Tatum. The NBA draft is less than 2 days away from start. And interesting developments come about with this, especially if you're a Wizards fan. Reason why I say that is because the Wizards are now in line to get Alex Sarr, who is considered to be the number one pick in the draft. If you're not familiar with Alex Sarr, let's pull this up. Just so you know, you guys, I suck at production. So it is what it is. Alex Sarr is... See, I told you guys I suck at production here. Bear with me as I learn how to do this. But anyway, Alex Sarr is a 7-foot power forward / center. He wants to play the 4, though he has played center in different leagues as well. Anyway, he's considered to be the number one pick in the draft, but he said that he would prefer to play for the Wizards over the Hawks. Not saying he wouldn't play for the Hawks, but that he would prefer to go to Washington. Now, tell me, chat, when was the last time anybody said, I'd rather play for the Wizards over another team? When was the last time that happened? Steve, recovering in the chat, says that Sarr is another Euro player. Says he probably has a high motor. True, but he is a 7-footer who can block shots. And when was the last time we had an athletic 7-footer that could block shots on this team? Let's be real. It's been a hot minute. Anyway, let me read you this report from Bleacher Report. It states that French forward Alex Sarr isn't looking to execute the ultimate power play on the night of the 2024 NBA draft, but would prefer the Washington Wizards over the Atlanta Hawks, according to ESPN's Jonathan Giovanni. Brian Windhorst of ESPN addressed the situation with Giovanni on Monday's episode of his Hoop Collective podcast. He referenced 2004 when Eli Manning didn't want to go to the San Diego Chargers in the NFL draft and ended up getting traded to the New York Giants after the Chargers selected him first overall. Giovanni chimed in to say why the circumstances were different with Sarr. Stated, I've been told it's not so much that Sarr doesn't want to play for Atlanta as much as he prefers to play for the Wizards. Maybe that's semantics. It's a polite way of saying it. And Jeremy Wu of ESPN also pointed out why Washington might be a more attractive fit. So he's thought to be comfortable coming off the board one spot later with the Wizards' younger roster, offering a clearer path to playing time and opportunity to grow into an expanded role. Sarr averaged 9.4 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks in 27 games with the Perth Wildcats of Australia's NBL. Now, my question is, why do all foreign players have such middling-looking stats in these European leagues and Australian leagues and so forth. Why is it we never see somebody who was so good, if they're supposed to be the number one player, they weren't over in Europe scoring, 20 points a game? How can we never see it? I understand it's a different game over there. You don't have as much scoring, but if you're going to be number one pick in a draft and you're not playing in college basketball, you're playing overseas. Why aren't you putting up at least college basketball star numbers? I don't understand that. But I am going to take a look here with you guys. We're going to look at Alex Sarr as he is a projected number one pick who may be going number two to the Wizards. So let's take a look at some of these reasons as to why this is going to be from OTE, who OTE, they do a lot of draft prospects and so forth. So give me 1 second to get that pulled up here. Pull this up. Let's look at Alex Sarr.
Bounce pass.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, definitely showing their offensive output throughout the season, but it's their
like
defense.
Right it's slow.
So let's see if they can get off to another hot start here.
Oh, there we go.
OSL with another big bonus here. Alex Sarr with the block. Being the ones to step up. So both of them. Alex Sarr, easy dunk inside from the cohorts. Yep, here we go.
Dunk.
Bounce inside.
Oh, goodness. Good dunk.
Off ball screen. What did I say?
That's how all plays work on inbounds, Davis. Alex rims in.
I know.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
He got out there.
1-on-1 for the rest of the game.
Ethan kicks it back. Alex pump fake into a shot. Buckets.
It's cap. It's just cap. It's cap. All right, we'll get another you haters.
So,
Here we got a fast break. Alex Sarr. Shot,
Somebody sleep. Somebody sleep. Somebody sleeping right now.
Alex Sarr.
hey.
Yep, great hustle.
Okay, so first thing we notice, all right, kid is athletic, all right. As Steve said, he's probably got a high motor. I do like the fact that he seems to have a very fluid movement, very athletic, as most 7-footers seem to be now. Ever since Kevin Durant, it really seems like the smooth, fluid 7-footer has really become en vogue. I would like to see his defense. I mean, if he's supposedly a shot blocker, I would like to see him at a 5. I think that if you put him at a 5 with that athleticism, have him play the center, he's going to be against guys that are going to be slower, guys who, are maybe more rugged defenders, but they can't keep up with his athleticism. I think that creates a mismatch. Every 7-footer wants to play the 4. But why? I mean, I understand he's apparently got an outside shot on him, but why not put a 7-footer at the 5 and let him out-athlete other big men? Let's take a little more at his highlights here from Overtime Elite.
Jay Gordon.
Oh,
Big Sarr.
I love that right there.
Alex Sarr. Great.
Look at that.
Jay Gordon.
We haven't had anybody do that since Daniel Gafford. Oh, man, but this dude apparently plays defense too. We'll see. But, I mean, I'm impressed with the athleticism. I'm certainly impressed with the athleticism.
The pressure they're applying. Wait a minute. Oh, my God.
Come on, right now, not another bucket.
We got a dribble calls. Hayden.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, here we go. Bounce inside.
He's always moving towards the hoop. Really plays that, gets inside there, very good taking the feed inside. I haven't seen a lot of him dribbling around. He says he can dribble, shoot, and defend. I haven't seen him, cross up anybody or anything like that. But he's definitely smoother. Like, he's faster than a lot of the bigs in the NBA in terms of actual centers. So I don't know. I'm thinking this might be he might make a better center.
Smoke.
Yeah.
I like that, so I like that right there.
That's how all plays work on inbounds, Davis. Alex rims in.
Oh, man.
Oh,
man.
He got out there. Oh,
Here we got a
man.
fast break. Alex Sarr. Oh,
That was
Video game dunk.
that is the new OT.
that was clumsy. Hold on. That looked clumsy. Bro. You were not ready to be that open.
Man, he got out there. Oh,
Here we got a
man.
fast break. Alex Sarr. Oh,
Was that a video game dunk?
that is the new OTE higher right there, man. Inside to Alex Sarr.
Man,
Okay, these aren't really highlights when he almost blew a dunk. He almost blew the dunk. Watch this. He was going for a dunk, but he mistimed it. And had to end up putting it
New
in the
OTE
layup.
higher right there, man. Inside to Alex Sarr.
man, they need that bucket right there.
K9 hit his last shot. Let's
Somebody
see if he
sleep.
can
Somebody
get going.
sleep. Somebody sleeping right now.
Alex Sarr! Oh, Jay Gord again in that corner. Alex Sarr on the rebounds. Fast break.
Ooh,
Over
yeah.
to Alex.
He doesn't play above the rim really well. I mean, he dunks a lot, but I don't know. He's not a Skywalker type athlete. Like, obviously, he's 7 foot, which helps, but I don't know. He doesn't seem to have great hops. Maybe it's just these highlights. I don't know.
Alex all the way. Bryson
man.
Warren inside to Alex Sarr. Alex on the Bulls. Alex Sarr.
So he does have a nice touch on these outside shots, but I'd still want to see him inside. You can let him pop outside on occasion, but I would definitely like to see him on the outside shot. Jimmy Lee Patterson. What the fuck is this? I'm doing a live stream. Told you I was going to start doing some of these. Steven Devers 6, so it's just me. So guess what? It's All Sports Monday. So we're talking all kinds of sports. This guy right here, Alex Sarr, may be going to the Washington Wizards. Even though he's projected to be number 1 pick, which is held by the Hawks, he has said that he would prefer to play for the Wizards, who picked number 2. So we're just taking a look at who's supposed to be the best player in the draft and see how good he is.
From 3. Tries to answer. No foul called. They're just holding on to Alex Sarr. Doesn't stop him from putting it back in. Though. Get it.
Oh, man.
Hey! 16. I got traded at 17.
So, like I said, this kid, I don't know, like, for as athletic as he is, he's quick. I guess at 7 foot, it really doesn't matter how high you can actually jump, but I don't know. He just has an awkward leap at times. Like, it's not, it's like he mistimes his jumps or something. I'm not 100% sure. But he always seems to be just missing his apex at times.
Nope. Alex Sarr.
Oh, man.
With the
I
finish.
thought it was going to be a layup.
Think about his shoes, man. Spin move.
That is
Wow.
a
I
tough
like that a lot.
bucket.
I like that. Let's look at that one again. I like that. I like seeing guys with some post moves.
Think about his shoes, man. Spin move.
That is
Wow.
a
like
tough
that a
bucket. Are they the United or are they the...
Oh, good block.
Here we go. I want to
Alex
see
Sarr,
more
mid-range
defense.
fade.
Alex Sarr
Show me
just
what-
ran-
in the first.
Show me what this kid can do on defense. All right, because Wizards can't play defense. He moves well. Steven, in chat, he does move well for a big man. He apparently wants to play power forward. I'm saying he should be a center because he can take advantage on in man-to-man defense. He can take advantage of slower centers. So, yep, I'm running the ship tonight. Dangerous things are afoot. Nah, I got good stuff going on. But anyway, let's talk a little bit more about Alex Sarr. Let's take a look at this kid.
I mean, they're a well. Oh wow, good defensive player right there.
That's Alex Sarr. And one.
No, unfortunately, I don't. But I will say this: I was at a open.
I like the
court
follow. I like the
Nice
follow.
finish.
Kid does
one
hustle.
time.
Hounding Bryson Warren. The dish and the finish. Alex Sarr. Bryson Warren. Alex Sarr. Woo! What a pass. Alex Sarr.
We talked about Alex Sarr pregame. Get into his spot, man.
Oh, that's a great move. Alex Sarr.
I know he uses the breakout.
I've seen a couple of these spin moves that he pulls off. He definitely likes the spin move. Let's watch that again.
Spot, man.
Oh, that's a great move. Alex Sarr.
I know he uses the breakout. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
This is my last time mentioning. I promise. I promise.
Oh, Sarr.
This is not volleyball, sir. You're out of line.
Justin Munn.
I like. Okay. Let's see him block shots.
Later, Alex Sarr the finish.
He blocked in a row. There's been 3 of his blocks.
Gray behind the
Let's
back.
see more. Oh, there's another one. Now that's interesting. So somehow he has an awkward leap. He times it. He times it well. Hey Jimmy. All right. So Jimmy says that Euroball ain't his game though. This is actually Overtime Elite, which showcases prime talents. He is a European guy. He's from France. He played last year in Australia. But this is Overtime Elite. This is different. This is basically a prospect league. But I think that he's going to be with the Wizards. He's supposed to be the number 1 pick. He's projected number 1 overall pick, but he wants to go number 2.
Oh, what a move. K9. Oh, could have been a trap.
Oh, that's a great pass.
Alex Martin on the drive.
Oh, man.
Look at that. This kid's guys, he does have a sweet shot from the outside. Sweet shot from the outside. I can't deny that. Kid's got a good shot from the outside.
Gets it right back. Say that when you're going up against a tough team. Oh, Alex Sarr with a 3. V-necks. I can try them?
Nah, do not.
Oh,
if I see you with a V-neck,
whoa.
Alex
Whoa.
I'll tell you what.
That's a down.
Martin on the drive.
The more I watch this, the more I like this kid, but it is highlights.
Big bucket.
But I like a lot of his moves.
Open in the corner. 3.
Oh, it's better offense.
What a pass.
I like a lot of his foul line, his 15-foot range, 12-foot range moves. I like the fact that he's got some of that mid-range game. He moves very well. Jimmy Lee says it. He moves good for a 7-footer. I mean, it is a weak draft class, so I can see how he's easily a number 1 pick.
Alex Sarr in the reverse slam. Rams win the tip. A top coming. That'd be great.
You don't see enough. Oh, that's a sick, nasty moment. But hold on here. I like anybody who blocks shots from behind from the mid range.
Rams win the tip.
Like that pin. It's coming up here. Right here. Not enough guys play defense like that at mid range. Jimmy, who's going before him? Well, because he said he would rather play for the Wizards, it's this dude from Spain I'm not really familiar with, is now kind of taking over the Vegas odds to go number 1 just because of the fact that they're thinking that the Hawks are just going to give up on him since he has already stated a preference. Plus, he may be a better fit with Washington anyway. So, again, it's going to be foreign guys, first 2 picks. You know, take what you will. It's not a great draft class overall. So,
that'd be great. Strong finish.
God, this goes up everywhere though. Every time he just pops up.
Probably offered 37 million. Quick shot. Back. Three-pointer deep. No. Alex Sarr with the rebound. My goodness. What a putback.
Yo. Like, do you know the level of scoring output you got to put?
Alex Sarr on the hook.
Like, you gotta,
His positioning is very good. His positioning is very good. He knows where to be at all times.
but you got to have a high level of.
And I just can't wait. Oh my God, bro, what is going on? Right? Hold on. Let me finish that. This is insane. Exactly what I'm saying. Bro, the talent's there.
Hey, thanks for watching.
All right. So that's Alex Sarr. His little highlight reel from him at Overtime Elite. And it's crazy. A lot of draft talent this year are foreign players. You're right, Steve. It's a lot of foreign talent out there. Instead of it, in fact, let me pull up because I was looking at a mock draft. And let me see what their most recent mock draft says. All right, here we go. Chat. We got a mock draft. So, let's see if I can make this bigger for y'all. Well, it's about as big as I can make it. I'm sorry. But you're looking at Sakari Risache. I don't know. He's from Spain. Guard forward. And then you got Alex Sarr, pick 2, center. So, okay. So here's an extra bit of I didn't know. So apparently Sarr worked out and met with the Wizards. Would not do the same for the Hawks. He really does not want to go to. He doesn't want to go to Atlanta. He wants to go to Washington. That's crazy. We haven't had that in a while. So your first pick, that's going to be, if this is all correct, Reed Shepherd from Kentucky will be your first NCAA player. Then you got Stephon Castle, and also from UConn, you got Donovan Clingan, who, when I was saying Clingan, he's a center from Oregon. Where's Clingan from? Donovan Clingan. He's 7'2". I know that he's a big dude. Donovan Clingan, UConn. Oh, he's a UConn guy as well. Never mind. I don't know why. I just thought white guy, Oregon. Oops. Do you have a reason why not Atlanta? No. He just said that he would prefer to go to Washington. That's just his preference. I think roster-wise, Washington's a better fit for him to grow, develop with a team. Washington's got a much younger roster overall. So I think he sees it as he progresses, the team's going to be progressing. You know, this young team's going to be developing as well. So it allows him to start with a different role and expand with the team. His role expands, team gets better, he gets better. I think that's his thinking. I don't know. I mean, that's the only logical conclusion anybody's really kind of come to. So it is what it is. All right, Chad. So I'm going to completely nuke my ability to monetize this stream if I haven't already. One thing I do is, because I am a nostalgia freak, is I go back and I'll watch old games. Now, I'm not going to sit here and watch a full 3-hour game with you guys. I do have to work in the morning, and I get up rather early because I do commute. So I'm not going to watch a full 3-hour game. However, Our pals over at Retro Skins have clipped so many games from the history of this franchise from many different years, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. So there's a lot of different videos you can take a look at, right? So they have everything from 83 on up to 2000. They got stuff from like 2015 and all that. But anyway, Retro Skins, great channel. I highly recommend you check it out. Whoa. Almost started playing. So what I like to do is I like to sit down with you guys and let's watch a highlight game. It's 20 some minutes plus my commentary. Any comments you have, we're going to put it in there as well. But this is just going to be, basically it's going to be me and 70 of my closest friends and family sitting down watching some old Redskins football. So we can go any year, from the early 80s to 2010s. I personally would love to do something from 99, but that's because I'm a big mark for that year. But we have 99, 2000, you got the 80s, got the 90s, you got, and whatever. Do you want to see, Jay Schrader? Do you want to see Gus Farad? you want to see? So chat, throw me a year, first year thrown out there. We're going to go with that, and I'll pick a game from that year. Give me a number. Between 83 and 2015. We could watch last year's games critiques EB's play calling, but I want to feel good. Jimmy Lee Patterson wants me to bring negativity on the first episode here. No, let's bring a little positivity, somewhat. Because if I sit here and watch EB, all I want to do is get mad, right? Jimmy trolling me. So yeah, give me a year between 83 and 2015. Pick a year and I'll pick a game. Because I got a whole library of them. This is what happens. You don't have 500 to 1,000 people in your chat. It moves slowly. So, but you don't make me do this. I will. All right. Yeah. See, Jimmy's the only person. I can tell how many people are watching right now, and only one person. I got 2 people in my chat actually chatting, but it is what it is. I'm not. I'm not. Destiny or anybody like that. I'm not even urinating tree. All right. I'm not going to sit here and act like Gibbs 2. All right. So we're talking 2004 to 2007. Gibbs 2.0. Perfect. You know what? Got a ton of those. Let's see. Ooh. I want to find a game where we win, but we don't look like ass in the process. Here we go. All right. We're going to do Minnesota versus Washington, where this is the end of the 2004 season, right? It's the end of Gibbs' first year. And we're playing the Vikings. The Vikings need to beat us to get into the playoffs. Okay? This is the Dante Culpepper, Randy Moss Vikings. against a rookie Sean Taylor, Joe Gibbs 2.0, Mark Brunell, Clinton Portis. You know the deal. So let's talk about this. We'll be clipping as we go along, talking about it because I gotta make this transformative content. But let me go ahead. We'll get this thing shared. And we're going to talk a little classic Washington Redskins football. Make sure we're good to go. And we are good to go. Let's talk.
You can't beat this football.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NFL on Fox. Happy New Year to you all. And the Minnesota Vikings have been here before. Great start, then they struggle. They have lost 6 of their last 9. They have to win today to ensure getting into the playoffs.
A tough situation to be in right now for the Minnesota Vikings. Mike Tyson, his offense, finds himself in a precarious situation. Here's this high-flying circus act offense that is so explosive, can score anytime.
That's a crazy stat right there, right? This is a team that was on the verge of the playoffs, and they had lost 19 of the last 21 games they played outdoors coming in to play us at FedEx. Remember, at this time, FedEx is only 7 years old, so it's not the decrepit wreck that it's become. Although now we got all the upgrades under Josh Harris, so it's not going to be as bad. But at this time, FedEx is still a state-of-the-art stadium.
Facing one of the best defenses I've seen, quite frankly, all season long. They will just flat knock you out, shut you down, score, take the ball, whip your butt, and say.
This team was 5-10. Look at their defensive ranking. We totally forget how good our defense was under Gibbs 2.0. It really did. We were such a ball control offense. But look at those numbers. Second on against the run, second overall, third against the run, fifth against the pass, fifth in points overall. If this team could have scored points, they could have easily been a playoff team. But they were 2 out of 4 years.
Send you home.
Jose Cortez kicks off for Minnesota. Antonio Brown and James Thrash deep for Washington. And we're underway. Brown from the 3. He's got speed. He finds an opening. He takes it outside. Here goes Antonio Brown.
Not that Antonio Brown. That's our Antonio Brown.
Down the sideline. Try to cut in. Brian Williams takes him down. Great return to the Redskins, to the Vikings 32-yard line. What a start for Washington. The speedy Antonio Brown takes it back 67 yards.
I want you to watch the wedge, Sam. Nobody breaks the.
Hold on. This is where I get to have a little fun. Watch this wedge.
Takes it back 67 yards.
I want you to watch the wedge, Sam.
That is picture perfect, right? Brown is back here, right? So you got 4 guys here. You got James Thrash kind of looking for anything on either side of the wedge. And watch how
nobody breaks the wedge up. Watch them remain intact the whole time and get the seal outside.
3 wide receivers for the Redskins to open up. Make it 4 wide receivers.
4 wide.
Jacobs and James Thrash.
We run the ball.
With Liddell Betts running hard. He hits the hole very hard. On 2nd and 5.
By the way, Clinton Portis was injured in this game, so you're going to see a lot of Liddell Betts. The more and more I watch games from this era, by the way, I begin to wonder if maybe we could have gotten by with Liddell Betts instead of Clinton Portis and kept Champ Bailey. You wonder.
It's Betts again. Likes that off-tackle play. Gets upended on the play by Brian Williams. Betts and Cooley in the backfield. Lavernius Coles and Taylor Jacobs, the wide receivers. It's Betts. He is.
Okay, so that was a version of the counter tray right there. So Phil Bullock was Chris Tolman playing for Miami Vinny. Damn, Jimmy, ain't that long ago. Funny man. Phil Bullock. Better late than never. Yeah, Phil, it's just me tonight doing my Philstream, one Phil to another. So we talked a little NBA draft talk, and since that's going to start in less than 2 days, and now we're watching some old classic Redskins football. This is going to be the Vikings versus the Redskins 2004 season finale. Redskins are 5-10, but they had the 5th best defense in the league in terms of points allowed, number 2 overall in yards allowed. Somehow we're 5-10, and then the Vikings are fighting for a playoff spot. So this is tons of fun. Deluxe, what up? We're just watching some football, some 2004 Redskins. We're talking here. Appreciate it, brother. Glad you're here. We're just gonna have a good time. We're just, like I said, this is a get your popcorn and bullshit kind of session here. Anyway, I'm gonna go back just a little bit here. Watch the guard come over on this.
And Taylor Jacobs, the wide receivers. It's Betts. He is stopped at the 21-yard line, but
Kind of a counter guard, not quite. Actually, now that I looked at it a second time, no, that was a double guard pull. But they didn't really pull. They just kind of moved over one slot, created a little confusion along the line, and they got the first down. That was not a counter tray, counter gap kind of run. I take back my statement.
it looks like he got enough for the first down. Willie offered with a tackle. 3 wide receivers for the Redskins on 3rd and 8. Ramsey gets time, fires, and completes it to James Thrash. He's inside the 10 with a first down at the 9-yard line. Corey Chavis made the stop.
I think Patrick Ramsey, had he not been completely ruined by Steve Spurrier, would have been the prototypical Joe Gibbs quarterback. Big, strong, stands in the pocket, huge arm. What year is this? 2000. What year is this? 2004. Phil Bullock, 2004. This is the 2004 season finale. Deluxe points out Randy Thomas of the Jetskins. Yeah. Actually, I think Randy Thomas was injured this year. No, what? Take that back. He was not. That was a different game I've watched recently.
2nd and goal at the 6. Betts goes in motion. Ramsey sends everyone out, looking, throwing, touchdown, Chris Cooley. Cooley's first touchdown in the last 4 games. The Redskins take the opening kickoff and go in after the great run back.
Yeah, I still stand by it that Chris Cooley is the greatest tight end this team has ever had. But, yeah, Deluxe says Spurrier made Ramsey see ghosts, so you're absolutely right. Jimmy Lee's on that. Says, I thought it was 2005. Well, you know what? It was funny you say that, is that it's pretty much the same team. It's Gibbs 2.0. Jimmy Lee Patterson said, I put it out to the chat. Jimmy Lee said Gibbs 2.0. I pulled up this game. There's some 05 stuff out here too, but I just figured this is a little different. Something different to kind of kick things off.
An 8-play drive puts it in. Jeff Chandler for the extra point. Tom Tupa the holder. The Redskins have gotten on the board.
Yeah, this is when Tom Tupa did a stint as our punter, and I think he was about 76 years old at that time.
They lead it 7-0. 3rd and 5 out of the shotgun. Mo Williams trying to pick up the blitz. Marcus Washington got a piece and a big hit on Williams. Knocked the ball loose.
Look at that.
Griffin with the hit. Wide receiver.
Hold up.
Ramsey.
Let's replay that.
Marcus Washington.
Who's making that hit? He ain't wearing 21. He ain't wearing 21. He's wearing 36. It's rookie year. Come on, chat. Come on, chat.
Got a piece.
That's a Sean Taylor hit, baby.
Williams. Knocked the ball loose.
It was Sean
Cornelius
Taylor
Griffin
hit.
with the hit.
Marcus Washington. God, was he
Receiver
good for us.
set. Ramsey with time. Hits James Thrash again up to the 39-yard line. First down, Redskins. Chris Claiborne made the tackle. 20-yard pickup. A lot of free.
You'll notice Ramsey does have an arm. Like, he could fire it in there if he wanted to. Just, he got hit so often so early. I don't know, man. I'm not going to say he could have ever been a Pro Bowler, but I think he could have been more than what he was.
Wide receiver sets for the Redskins. Ramsey on first down. He's going deep for Rod Gardner. Broken up by Brian Williams. Excellent coverage by Williams.
Speaking of guys who I think could have been more than what they were, Rod Gardner. Yeah. Where did Ramsey go? Okay. Deluxe says, where did Ramsey go after this year? Ramsey was with us in 05 as well. He was the backup to Mark Brunell. And then I think he went to the Jets after that, if I'm not mistaken. And then just kind of petered out from there. I don't know. Like I said, I think he got ruined by Steve Spurrier, but yeah, so were a lot of guys. But Rod Gardner, by the way, I think he gets unfairly crapped on. People forget that kid did have a 1,000-yard receiving year for us. He was a wide receiver at a time that, I don't know. I don't know if it was a development thing or what, but I remember him making plays. So
on Rod Gardner.
If you go check out his Instagram, he looks better than he did as a player.
Taylor Jacobs is in. Chris Cooley is in the slot on 2nd and 10. Ramsey short. Taylor Jacobs spinning away. Gets across midfield with a good effort.
Now, if you want to talk about draft picks who ended up being a bust, Taylor Jacobs. He'll come up a couple times in this game. But, yeah, Taylor Jacobs. I thought he was going to be a star. I thought he was going to be a star. I was wrong. Forgive me, I had a call from my work, and I was like, oh, no. Anyway. But, yeah, Taylor Jacobs, I thought he was going to be a star. He ended up being a complete bust. Just did not have good hands. Yeah, Deluxe says too many drops, 50-50. He's on a reality. What reality show is he on? Wait, who are you talking about, Deluxe? Are you talking about Taylor Jacobs or Rod Gardner? Let me know. Next play.
Some poor tackling by the Vikings and a first down Redskins at the Vikings 48.
And they had a chance to close on it, make a tackle. There's 2 missed tackles.
Liddell Betts with a good run, leaped over one tackler, and gets down to the 40-yard.
What do you think, Chad? Do you think we could have run with Liddell Betts instead of Clinton Portis and kept Champ Bailey? Done that? Rod Gardner, amazing. That's right. Are they doing teams? Isn't he doing it with his wife? I know they're fitness freaks. Like that, that's all he does. Like his Instagram is a fitness Instagram. And that dude is, ripped like Jesus. So it's like, damn, dude. You look like that with us. I mean, he looks like DK Metcalf now. And he's like 40-something at this point. Or he's probably about my age, probably about 40 or so.
Yard line. Good pickup of 7 yards on first down. Make it 8 for Liddell Betts. And the Redskins looking sharp on offense. 7 carries, 23 yards. This is his 8th carry. Runs hard for a first down. End around. But Taylor tripped on his own, gets up, and now he's thrown for a big loss.
I told you the grass was tall out.
Sucks to see. Oh. I think it is him and his wife. Yeah, I think Steve said something about that. I follow his Instagram, but I don't follow people's IGs that closely. I just see stuff when it comes up in my feed. Rip Jesus? No, he's ripped like Jesus. Yeah, that Taylor Jacobs reverse was fun to watch.
Taylor Jacobs slipped up. Kevin Williams was there.
Maybe
Willie
that's why
Hoffman
we had
combined
one
on
of
the
the best
tackle.
defenses in
Three
football
wide
when Clyde
receivers
was
for Washington. Ramsey with time. He finds Lavernius Coles. First down inside the 25. Out of bounds at the 22.
By the way, you want to talk about guys who screwed up their careers? Lavernius Coles goes and catches 90 balls for us under Joe Gibbs and won it out. So he went back to New York and we got Santana Moss. Rest is history. Who had the better career after 2004? I'd say it was Santana Moss. Lavernius Coles, no one ever heard of him again. I mean, he played, but he wasn't a star. I think he would have done better here than he did up there, but I'll take Moss over Coles any day. I don't know about you all.
It was a terrific throw by Ramsey and a great route run by Cole.
Picked up 20. Lavernius Coles has 88 catches on the season. First down from the 21. Pressure on Ramsey. Looking. Throws it. Intercepted by Kevin Williams. The defensive tackle. And he is down up at the 27.
And that's why Patrick Ramsey couldn't stay as a starter here. Stuff like that. Although, like I said, a lot of that is from just having to live under Coach Spurrier for 2 years, and he saw ghosts, panic, everything else. So it's the same receivers, really, Phil, in terms of Coles and Moss. Now, I think Moss is more explosive than Coles. The thing is that could you imagine if we had somehow kept Coles and got Santana Moss? Could you imagine that? Because Coles was a possession receiver. He wasn't a downfield guy the way Moss was. Moss was a playmaker. That would have been nuts. I mean, it probably would have cost us too much money, but boy could dream, right? Deluxe says we had bad run drafted receivers for a while. Gardner, Jacobs, Howard, Thomas, Doxson. Yeah. I wouldn't even say Gardner was by far the best out of all of them. That's the crazy thing. That is the crazy thing. Is that Gardner's by far the best one. Our receivers looked big back then, not these little fast guys. No! We had all 6-footers. Except for Taylor. No, Taylor Jacobs was a 6-footer.
Yard line. There's a flag on the play. But
Gibbs kept us, he I shouldn't say that, no, because Gibbs actually got rid of Gardner. He got rid of Coles. He brought in Moss. And he brought in Randall L. Yeah. We had little fast guys after that.
But I think, and Bill agrees, it's going to be holding against
they're going to
Washington.
decline that. And Kevin Williams, Sam, he's going to the Pro Bowl. He's been a dominant guy.
Number 52. The penalty is declined. First down.
Big turnover by the Minnesota defense. Kevin Williams' second career interception. The Pro Bowler with a big play. The Vikings offense starts from the 27.
Moss in the slot.
The two tight ends. Quick outside to Randy Moss. Picks up a block from Burleson. And he is neck tackled hard by Sean Taylor.
Now, you can't even do that today. That sucks. Yeah, Moss is better than Coles. More similar to Steve Smith. Moss didn't have consistent QB play. For the most part, no. He made QBs consistent. I think he gave them, between Moss and Cooley, you had guys who could make average QB play good. I shouldn't even say average. I think Mark Brunell was, for the most part, above average. He had a 4,000-yard year with us, back when 4,000 yards meant something. But now let's watch this tackle again, because this is the illegal tackle now, right? But damn it, you still got to love it. Watch Taylor come up and get it.
Pro Bowler with a big play. The Vikings offense starts from the 27.
We'll watch this again.
The two
I like
tight
watching
ends.
Sean Taylor hit
Quick
people.
outside to Randy Moss. Picks up a block from
Wham.
Burleson. And he is neck tackled hard by Sean Taylor, who always hits high and hard. Up straight ahead comes Michael Bennett, and he's close to the first down line. Looks like he got enough for the first down with Michael Bennett. Bo Williams and Michael Bennett in the backfield. Pressure on Culpepper. The screen to Bennett. Avoids one man and gets tripped up as he gets to the 45-yard line. But on first down.
Yeah, that was Smoot 2.0 right there. Fred Smoot 2.0 with us. Brunell was really good for 1 year. Well, 1 year and one game. That game against the Texans in 2006, where he set the record for most completions to start or most consecutive completions to start a game. I'll give him that. He probably would have been good in 06 as well, but Jason Campbell took over because he got hurt. Or I think he got hurt, but I think the season was kind of gone by that point, and they want to see how Campbell would do. Ryan Elias probably, bro, I didn't think it was a stream tonight. No, it's just me. It's just me. I'm just trying to live out my dream of being a YouTuber. I'm doing live stream, doing react content to games that happened 20 years ago. Sorry for the late check-in. You're all right. Sit down, relax. I never watched highlight reels of Sean's entire career on YouTube. I've seen multiple highlight reels of his career on YouTube. A lot of the same plays. But yeah, definitely check that out for sure. Phil Bullock says that that man knows football. When he got there, it was a loud sound. When you watch games instead of watching highlights, it stands out because there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make highlight reels. Like we've seen 2 hits in this game from Taylor that were big hits, right? One broke up a pass and then one stopped Moss short of a first down. So, Sean Taylor was these are the things that you watch to really appreciate Sean Taylor. Not the highlights, but the in-game stuff that's just still really good, just not necessarily highlight reel quality. Although for some players, that would be a highlight reel play.
On a pickup of 7 yards, and that's exactly what the Vikings want. Assistant head coach
Greg Williams had his defense out.
The signals from the sideline. He'll be back. Expects to be back next year.
I still say Dan Snyder's biggest mistake with continuity with his franchise was when he didn't let Greg Williams ascend to be head coach after Gibbs.
That'll be blitz continuation. Michael Bennett for a first down. Bennett running well. Ontario Smith in the backfield for the Vikings on first down. The play fake. Culpepper, plenty of time. Nobody open. Here he goes. The big, strong, athletic quarterback just runs out of bounds at the Redskins 35, and it's a first
We've seen
down
that
for the
too
Vikings.
much
Boy, he
over
makes
the
it look
years.
easy.
Mobile quarterback.
Because when he takes off, it can get real ugly.
Picked up 14 on the play on first down. Ontario Smith. It's down to the 31-yard line. 3 wide receivers in for the Vikings. Thanks, Chris. Marcus Robinson is in. Ontario Smith straight ahead. Lamar Marshall met him across the 30-yard line and brought him down at the 28. Vikings on third down and 3. Culpepper drops it off Ontario Smith. First down, Sean Taylor with a hit. Down the
You hear the clack? Hear that clack? Let's play it again.
Ontario Smith. First down, Sean Taylor with a hit.
Always when Sean Taylor hit, man. What year is this? This is 2004. Ryan Elias is the season finale. Season finale. And Deluxe is talking about there's one. There's a ton of highlights, big plays, like an hour long. Yeah, I've seen that one too. That's probably about as comprehensive as it gets. Phil Bullock says he made receivers scared to catch the ball. Absolutely. Greg Williams got screwed by Serrato and Snyder. Wasn't yes man enough for them. Unfortunately, Vinny Serrato in the end became less of a yes man and lost his job because of it. I don't know. I've softened on Vinny Serrato because I realized that he was put in a position where basically he just had to do whatever Dan told him. But then you kind of realize when you listen to him talk, he didn't really want to. Didn't really want to.
Down at the 21-yard line. Quick out to Nate Burleson. His first catch. Good stiff arm by Burleson. And he's down the sideline out of bounds at the 8-yard
extraordinaire
line.
now.
How about that stiff arm?
But, you know, this guy is really something else.
10th play of the drive after a 13-yard pickup. Michael Bennett straight ahead for a couple of yards. 2nd and goal. 5 defensive backs in for the Redskins. Mo Williams in the backfield. There's the motion, the fake. Culpepper in trouble, being chased. And Ronaldo Wynn got a piece of him. Culpepper threw it away. Intentional grounding. Never got out.
What's funny is that nowadays there'll be a flag on this play. I'm going to play it again for roughing the passer. Watch the hit he takes. He is wrapped up, and he still takes a hit.
For the Redskins.
Watch this again. This is great defense.
The fake. Culpepper in trouble, being chased. And Ronaldo Wynn got a piece of him. Culpepper threw it away. Intentional grounding. Never got outside the tackle box area.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What do you think? But Wynn was all over him.
I don't know about that. That was awful close.
Personal foul.
No.
Roughing the passer.
Well, it was roughing the passer.
Accepted, Sam.
They like that high hit.
Roughing the passer?
I don't agree with the call. This should be roughing the defensive tackle. There's not many defensive tackles that have a handful.
Oh, there's
That was a late hit.
Griffin. 1st and goal.
Doesn't look late in real
Mo
motion.
Williams to the goal line. He's chucked back. Hard hit inside. Dimitri.
Look at this hit again in the hole. Let's go back. Chat. Before we go back, look at the comments. Deluxe says he's softened very slightly in Serrano and Allen, but decade itch. Guy like McLuhan said, nope, fire me. Allen, I think Bruce Allen, way worse than Vinny. Vinny missed, but Vinny missed big. Bruce Allen got marginally okay players at bargain basement prices. That was what his trick was. You know, yeah, it was. It didn't look late and fast in normal speed though, but you know, I guess on the field it also looks a little different too.
Sir, I don't agree with the call. This should be roughing the defensive tackle.
Let's let this go.
There's not many defensive tackles that have a handful.
There's the right. Griffin. 1st and goal.
Watch this hit in the hole.
Mo Williams to the goal line. He's chucked back.
That was Sean Taylor.
Inside, Dimitri.
Sean Taylor again. Sean Taylor pops up a lot in this game. That was mad
Evans
nice.
was in there.
This is big time football.
Sean Taylor
is a man, and I mean M, capital A, capital A.
On 2nd and goal. Mo Williams puts his head down, goes to the goal line, but doesn't get in. He's inside the 1. 6 defensive linemen in for the Redskins. 3rd and goal. Jermaine Haley, the big load, is in a defensive tackle.
Here comes the bootleg.
Flag on the play.
False start.
And it's against the Vikings. False start.
Dude, this is a goal line stand right here, man.
You
love it. Do they hold?
Wiggins wide.
Here comes the blitz.
Culpepper rolls, throws for the corner, too wide. Good coverage by Walt Harris on Nate Burleson. And the Vikings, who are inches away, will have to settle for 3.
You gotta love it.
Anderson,
Anytime you see a
17 of
defense
21. The
like
hold by
that,
Gus Farrat, the kick of
you gotta love
23
it.
yards is through. Morton Anderson has now scored in a record 333 consecutive.
By the way, did you catch that? Did you catch who was holding that field goal? A familiar face.
Kick of 23 yards is through. Morton Anderson has now scored in a record 333 consecutive games.
He's back up for the Vikings at
But
this
a big
point.
penalty shoved the Vikings back. Oben and Johnstone on the defensive line for the Vikings on 3rd down. Ramsey Completes to Chris Cooley for a first down at midfield.
Vikings Cooley's still a great tight end
or a St. Louis
I'll
loss
argue
or a
that all day.
Carolina loss. Right now, Carolina's trailing 7-3 to New Orleans. Ramsey deep drop. Has time and goes short. And completion for a couple of yards.
Now,
4 wide receivers in. The end around for Lavernius Coles. Picked up a couple of blocks. Steps out of bounds.
That's 2 end arounds they run this game. Joe Gibbs, a lot of people don't realize this. Joe Gibbs loved running end arounds and wide receiver reverses and all that. He loved it. All right. Loved it. Patterson, let's go. It says, I still get a sweat watching old games. Me too, brother. Especially if it's a game that I haven't watched in a long time. Or, if it's one that's like, I don't remember what happened because it was long ago. Like this one I remember. But if I watch a game from like 86 or something, I was 3 years old, 4 years old, during that time frame, 86, 87, 88, like I don't remember games from 86. I barely remember anything from that time period other than, the fact the game was always on Sunday. But I'll get the same way. I'll get tense. I'm like, come on. Even if I know what happens, I still get like that. So I feel you on that. The taped up mask, yep. That was his trademark, man. Trademark.
Inside the 40, a first down. On 2nd and 9. Everybody out. Ramsey connects with James Thrash. And he is taken down inside the 25 at the 23. Third catch of the game for James Thrash.
Go to sleep on James Thrash.
You notice that Ramsey has when he has that just a little flick of the wrist, the ball just comes out. I'm telling you, man, I feel bad because that kid did have a pro arm. He just was jittery back there. Took too many hits.
Who's had the 3 big catches in this game so far for Washington?
It's been Thrash.
That's a face mask.
Once again, a 4 wide receiver look. Flips the blitz. Ramsey gets rid of it. Connects with Coles. Inside the 15. Spins to the 9-yard line.
And they've come with 2 back-to-back blitzes.
And this is a blitz beater.
Patrick Ramsey has beat the blitz. He's taken the hit. He's had pressure in his face, and he's connected on the passes.
Pick up a 14 on the play, and Joe Gibbs
is
giving the Vikings new
looks. Have him in your
game
plan. In your play.
Play fake. Ramsey with time. He throws. Connects. Touchdown. Robert Royal, the tight end.
All right, it's no lie. I honestly thought Robert Royal was going to be as good as Chris Cooley ended up being. Robert Royal came out a year before Cooley, right? And I always got the impression, I was like, this kid's got something. But ended up being Cooley was the guy. But I did think Robert Royal was going to be a great tight end for us. Oh, well, can't get them all.
Ramsey waited.
He was still solid. He was a solid backup.
Comes open, and the Redskins with their 2nd touchdown of the game.
Ramsey with time, Sam. Royal with separation from the linebacker, Chris Claiborne, I'm sorry. And what happens is when you play zone and you're in that tight confines backed up there in the goal line, you have to react to the man in your zone and match up with him quickly. Claiborne was looking back at the quarterback and let Royal get away from him.
Jeff Chandler's.
Notice, by the way, the crowd, it was still burgundy and gold, man. I hope that comes back. Like, we had a real home field even at this point.
Extra point is good. 4th receiving touchdown for Robert Royal. 11 plays, 64 yards. The Redskins lead the Vikings 14-3.
Hey, Deluxe. Says, shut your mouth, Royal. He had 4 receiving touchdowns that season as a backup tight end. That's something. How many backup tight ends get 4 receiving touchdowns? He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. I was watching him in 03, like, this kid may be something. And it ended up being Chris Cooley, which I'm fine with. I like Chris Cooley.
Randy Moss and Nate Burleson caught only one pass each. Moss for 8 yards, Burleson for 13. Culpepper has time, nobody open. Waiting, dancing. Sprinting out, being chased, throws it away. Ron Warner, number 94.
That's what you call coverage. Coverage pressure. He sat back down there forever. Logan Paulson. Logan's a good analyst. He was a great blocker. I'll say that about him.
Got a piece of Culpepper, but again, Culpepper just too strong to be taken down and gets rid of the ball.
What was that, a 20-second sack clock? Nobody could get to him. The coverage downfield was sensational.
How good can you? Let's watch this. How good is your coverage when this man gets to sit back here this long and can't get the ball off?
Moss for 8 yards, Burleson for 13. Culpepper has
109, 107,
waiting, dancing. Sprinting out, being
He
chased, throws it away.
was back there for 7 seconds, couldn't find it. Nobody got open.
Of Culpepper, but again, Culpepper
Nobody got
just
open.
too strong to be taken down and gets rid of the ball.
What was that, a 20-second sack clock? Nobody could get to him. The coverage downfield was sensational.
Again, shotgun. Mo Williams and Jermaine Wiggins in the backfield. Time for Culpepper again. Now being pressured. Gets rid of it. Way downfield for Randy Moss. And it's battered away by Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor again.
And Taylor gets up.
Sean Taylor again on Randy Moss. Deluxe says that he agrees that Cooley was best tight end. Reed had the talent to overtake him. As a receiver, definitely he had the talent to overtake him. Although I would say that as far as overall tight end play, Reed still had a way to go as a blocker, in my opinion. But as far as pure receiving, yeah, Reed could have if Reed had played longer. Could have definitely gotten the all-time receptions for Redskins tight end. Randy Moss is always open. That's because Randy Moss is Randy Moss. He could have 3 men on him and he's still open. But not against Sean Taylor, apparently. Taylor knocked that ball away.
Not in my house, he won't.
These two exceptional athletes going at it. Moss outjumps him, but look at the finish by Taylor.
Usually when it's a jump ball, Moss wins.
The finish. Watch the finish by Taylor. He's still looking at it. He's still eyeballing it and not giving it a chance.
He tipped it away at the last second so it could fall in the Moss's hand.
Linebackers are coming. Culpepper in trouble. Gets rid of it. Jermaine Wiggins first catch. Fights off the tackle. Gets a first down.
Look, a tight end burned up.
Wiggins, who's
That's
had an
something we saw way
outstanding
too much
season
back in the day.
as a receiver. From the 26, it's a first down for the Vikings with 3 wide receivers. Everybody out. Culpepper stepping up outside of Marcus Robinson, looking. Darnell Wilds takes him out of bounds. Up at the 33-yard
Amazing
line.
there was not a flag called on that.
Robinson.
Because he was out of bounds.
The shotgun, 3 wide receivers. They hand off the blitz. Culpepper gets rid of it as he was going down.
The story thus far for Minnesota has been Dante.
If we could generate that kind of pressure. If we could generate that kind of pressure this season, that'd be something. Deluxe says a safety in a rookie season covering the best wide receiver in the game and winning matchups. That's insane. It's insane. Cooley definitely better all around. Yeah. Yeah. I think he was actually, I think Cooley was better after the catch. Like he didn't get as open as Reed could because he didn't have the wide receiver shiftiness that Reed had. But one thing that Cooley was really good is catching a 7-yard pass over the middle and then breaking a tackle. Jimmy says, we're winning at the line. We walk away with 10 sacks this game. If Culpepper doesn't get the ball away, yeah, we would. Culpepper got that ball out a lot with guy right in his face.
Culpepper and his unbelievable abilities in the backfield of just being able to get passes off like that.
There's 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. 25 seconds to go in the first half. The fake on Harris. Pressure all over. Culpepper got away, got it to Wiggins. Wiggins gets a first down. Wrestled down at the 41-yard line.
I actually watching this, I do appreciate how good Dante Culpepper was with the Vikings. Phil Bullock says Reed was just faster. That's it. Reed was shifty. Like, he had a good little wiggle. Like, he could come out and break. He could stutter step and break an out route very well. Bullock says wait for the random Pearson Prelo play. I don't think Prelo was on the team yet. I think he came later. I think he came in 05. I don't think he was on the team in 04. Pretty sure he wasn't.
14 seconds. Fox still running. They got called timeout.
Yeah, they do. That's their last timeout. 3 wide receivers. Here they bring everybody. And Springs takes him down.
Sean Springs. That was another staple of the Giants team. He was not a defensive guy.
They got to spike it to
He
get a
loved
chance.
a
They're
good
not going to be able
corner
to do it.
blitz.
Fox going to run out on them.
And that's it. Culpepper upset at the Reds.
By the way, watch this. We caused this delay a game, or we caused this delay here after this sack because notice that they're just hanging around the ball. The Vikings can't get
got
set.
there for the sack.
You got to line up. They got to get back. The clock is running. They got to spike it to get a chance. They're not going to be able to do it. Fox going to run out on them.
And that's it.
Culpepper upset. You see that? They got right around the ball.
The Redskins didn't get back on time.
Got right around the ball.
A frustrating first half for the Minnesota Vikings. They can't seem to find a way. They're going to have to mount a huge comeback in the first half. Rushing yardage edge to the Vikings. Passing yardage, surprisingly, the edge to the Redskins.
Now, look at that number right there for the Vikings. When was the last time you saw the Vikings? Minnesota Vikings have 88 yards passing at halftime.
Vikings from the 39.
Push
Quick
that
outside of
offense.
Burleson. Picks up a block from Moss. Gets up to the
You
45-yard
notice
line.
here that they have to go
600 by
horizontal.
only the second
The
catch of
downfield
the
passing
game
isn't there.
for Nate
So
Burleson.
the Vikings,
Now,
of course, have to go.
Can Minnesota
allow
take
horizontal
advantage of the
passing.
fact that the top 2 corners for the Redskins, Fred Smoot has been out all game, and Sean Springs, who's out.
Antonio Pierce. Why did we let him go? I remember being so mad when he ended up going to New York because I thought he could have been a star here. I thought he could have been a star.
Here in the second half. Culpepper gets protection out of the backfield. Michael Bennett first down across midfield. It's Ontario Smith in the backfield. He caught that last pass. Culpepper was pushed back, but Smith is wide open.
Wide
And
open.
Ontario Smith barrels his way down inside the 30-yard line to the 26, where Walt Harris took him down. There's second down and 13. Off the play fake. Culpepper going deep. Into the corner for Burleson, for Moss. He caught it. What a catch by Randy Moss.
So, yeah, Sean Taylor did not win that one. Sean Taylor did not win that one. Oh, you can't win them all. Randy Moss.
There's second down and 13.
We'll watch this again.
Off the play fake. Culpepper going deep. Into the corner for Burleson, for Moss. He
But
caught
you
it.
notice that was an adjustment by Moss. Taylor was there. Taylor was there. Well, since 36 almost cleaned his own teammate. Yeah, on that previous play. He was good at that. Yeah, they did what they did at the time. They let guys like Ryan Clark and Antonio Pierce go to pay Archuleta. No. No one could win that one. No. Moss makes that adjustment. You can't unless you already saw it coming.
Finally,
This is
finally,
a
it opened
receiver
up for him. And let me
making a
tell you,
play.
Stu,
This
it
is not
wasn't
the fault of
open
a defender.
too big because they rolled coverage to Randy Moss. The safety over the
what are you
top
gonna
of
do?
the corner. You
What are you
mentioned
gonna
two
do?
corners being out, with Springs out and
Credit
Smoot
Sean
being
Taylor
out.
for being and making
Wow.
that as difficult
What
as
a
it
play
was.
by Moss. What an adjustment and a great catch. There's Anderson for the extra point, and the Vikings are within 4. Dante Culpepper has now thrown a touchdown pass in 21 straight games. It's the 53rd touchdown pass he's thrown to Randy Moss in their careers.
Isn't it amazing to think 53? 53 between those two? That's a lot when considering the fact they did not play together that long.
28 yards. It's good for the touchdown. Redskins from the 33. Ramsey short to Thrash. Thrash taken down right away by Chris Claiborne at the 37-yard line. 4th catch of the game on 3rd down. Ramsey deep drop. Fires and completes it for Rod Gardner. It's a 1st down for the Redskins.
Look at this
up at
ball
the
control
46-yard
passing
line.
offense. A lot
First
of
catch of the game
hooks, a lot
for
of
Rod
out
Gardner.
routes.
Some talk that he
You know,
might not be back with the
pitches.
Redskins next.
They were not going to be explosive, but they kept grinding it out. Bucket Moss is down there somewhere. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He says that was about to be a pick until Moss adjusted. You're right. You're right. Randy Moss is one of the greatest receivers of all time for a reason. One of the greatest of all time for reasons like that.
Well, if the problem is big plays and the
Watch
problem
this-
is wide
this
receivers
ball
not getting
control.
open, hey, that's the name of the beast.
7 yards here,
2nd
8
and 8.
yards there.
Royal motions.
That's
Wide
shocking.
receivers in. Play fake by Ramsey. And he lets it fly for Thrash. He's got it.
I think he might have been out of bounds.
Beautiful.
Just as I say that, they have a downfield
The
play.
officials say it's a catch at the 21-yard line.
But generally
First of all,
speaking,
I
that
thought
was the
Thrash pushed
offense
off a little bit,
run.
and then it looked from up here, anyhow, real quick. It looked like he may have been out of bounds.
That did
But
change with
83 got his
Santana
hands
game.
up there. What he just
He
gives
had
a little
a
push right
greater
there's a little
downfield
push,
threat.
and he catches the ball.
And
There's
he
1
is
foot in,
inbounds,
and then
by
he's
the
out of
way.
bounds. Does that not look out of bounds? I can't.
Let's see.
There's a foot down, and then
The
well,
knee. The knee's down.
Knee is down. 1 knee down is 2 feet.
On 2nd down, Ramsey in trouble. Ball is loose.
And
the Vikings recover.
Patrick Ramsey going to Patrick Ramsey.
Kevin Williams forced the fumble. And the Vikings recover.
Here's Kevin Williams. Take a look at him on the inside here. Watch the push he gets, and then 95 is going to follow up with the recovery. He just beat Randy Thomas, who I think is one heck of a good guard. That's how explosive and how good Kevin Williams is. Going to the Pro Bowl in only his 2nd year.
The 32, Culpepper swings it out. Ontario Smith, one-on-one against Lamar Marshall. Marshall takes him down at the 36-yard line.
Why is
On
it
2nd
okay?
down.
So you'll notice that Ontario Smith, who is the backup running back there, is eating us alive. Why? Why is it that backup running backs do that? How big was Thrash? I think Thrash is about 6 foot 190, 6 foot 200. He wasn't a huge guy, but I mean, he was solid body. Let's look that up. Give me 1 second here. James Thrash, 6 foot 200. Damn, I'm good. 6 foot 200.
Ontario Smith and Sean Burton in the backfield. Randy Moss motions. The play fake. Flag on the play. It's going to be on Goldberg. The throw by Culpepper way downfield for Moss. He goes up and grabs it.
Oh, man.
Moss goes in.
That's
I think
insane.
this play is going to be negated. It's gonna
Holding
be,
call kills it.
I
but
believe, on Adam Goldberg for holding. He took
That's
down
why
Rob Warner.
Holding. Offense. Number 73.
That's getting lucky. That's getting lucky. Look, says Thrash is all out effort on that replay. He had to be. Thrash wasn't a particularly talented guy, but he gave you tons of effort. That's why he was so special so valuable on special teams too. He was a good kick returner, and he was a good third receiver. Not a starter quality guy, but he was a good third receiver, and he really kind of made that role as a secondary guy for sure. Carved himself out. He was in the league for almost 10 years.
10-yard penalty.
It would have been a 62-yard touchdown. Instead,
12 years.
Goldberg
I'm
gets the
sorry.
penalty.
Oh, here it is right here. His head's down, his arms around his neck, and he falls on him. See, when you got that arm around the neck, Sam, that flag's going to come out.
Sean Springs is back on the field on a big 3rd and 14. Blitz coming from Springs. Pass incomplete. Springs, who had a sack earlier, very upset.
Oh, look at him.
Trying to figure out what he's upset about. Yelling at.
So Springs was playing. He had like 100. He was sick. He had like a flu, and they only brought him in basically to run corner blitzes. Just crazy. Sorry, I'm getting text messages regarding this stream.
The umpire.
Anyway,
Springs came on for one play. He has been sick and out of the game for the entire second half. He came in the blitz. He had a sack earlier.
Anyway, imagine that.
One.
You're sick. You can't play the full game. We're going to bring you in just to run corner blitz.
In the backfield, Benson carrying. And gets a hard-earned 5 yards on first down. Brian Russell and E.J. Henderson stop.
Winding out again.
Have had only one good drive for a score. That was 61 yards. Ramsey off the plate fake to Cooley for a first down. And Cooley is knocked out of bounds by Terrence Shaw at the 45-yard line.
Cooley doing what Cooley does right there.
Here's Betts. Little cutback. Nice gain. Down to the Vikings 46-yard line. He picked up 8 on the play. Brian Williams with a tackle. Play fake by Ramsey. Throwing deep, wide open. Taylor Jacobs to the goal line, and he is stopped just short of the goal line.
This is what we thought we were going to get from Taylor Jacobs, and it shows again. This is what you thought you were going to get from him when we drafted him.
Throwing deep, wide open. Taylor Jacobs to the goal line, and he is stopped just short of the goal line.
What a great what if.
The Vikings are worried. The Redskins are pumped up.
Love Sean Springs, very underrated. Yes.
Pickup.
3 tight end set.
Look at that. Beautiful.
What happens?
Wide
You
open.
have the strong safety up.
Thank
Willie
God.
Alford is deep.
He did not fumble that before he hit the ground.
Willie Alford, it was on the corner. He was playing corner out there, Sam.
Now it's 1st and goal for the Redskins. Looking to widen the lead. Cooley motions. Betts carries. Betts is in. There are flags on the play.
Touchdown.
The penalty against the Vikings. The touchdown counts. Liddell Betts takes it in. And the Vikings are in big trouble here. It becomes a 2-score game.
Crazy.
First rushing touchdown of the season for Liddell Betts. And you can read it in the eyes of the Vikings. Penalties. Been a factor. A couple by the offensive lineman, Adam Goldberg.
Ooh.
Jeff Chandler's extra point is good. The Washington Redskins, only the 3rd time this season, they have scored over 20 points. They lead the Vikings 21-10.
And that's why a team with the 2nd best defense in the NFL was 5-10 going into this game. This is only the 3rd time all year they'd scored over 20 points. They were really trying to overhaul that offense after Spurrier because it was not built for a Gibbs-style offense. So there were a lot of misaligned pieces for sure. But, hey, at this point you're playing for pride, and they were showing a lot of pride here.
There Springs. It's picked up. Culpepper connects with Burleson. He fought
Oh,
off
damn,
two
Nate
tacklers
Burleson
and got
never
a
did
first
anything like
down.
that except
That's
against
a
us.
great effort by Nate Burleson as he gets to the 40-yard line. On first down, Culpepper to Wiggins. They pick up about 6 on first down. Sean Springs stays in the game and wraps up Jermaine Wiggins. Culpepper gets time, throws over the middle of Burleson. He dropped it. Oh, he hit the end zone in front of him.
How sick do you think he was after dropping that? How sick do you think he was dropping that ball? Oh my God. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. He just dropped it. He just dropped it. Watch this again.
And wraps up Jermaine Wiggins. Culpepper gets time, throws over the middle of Burleson. He dropped it. Oh, he had the end zone in front of him. Nate Burleson with a huge drop. Things not going right for the Vikings.
When did D Hall come over to 06, 07? I want to say it was 07. I know it's in that later time frame. See, D Hall came in 2008 and was with us for 10 years. That answers your question. 2008, midway through 2008. Left Oakland, came here.
Nate Burleson tied atop the Minnesota Vikings team leaders in receptions, came into the game tied at 64. That may have been the biggest drop of the season.
Redskins ready to blitz. Culpepper rolls, throws. Randy Moss fell out of bounds, incomplete. Did
That's
not
all
have
pressure,
possession
too.
inbounds. Fourth down, Vikings punting unit
Forced
is
to
coming
throw
on.
wide.
Here's Betts again. Spins away and then is ridden down by Claiborne. Look at himself.
Look at
For an extra.
Telling you, you see stuff like this and you begin to think maybe we could have gotten away with Liddell Betts at running back and kept Champ Bailey. I love Clinton Portis, but just thinking objectively, may not have been as dynamic of a running game, but he was such a tough runner. He ran the way Portis ended up running. Now, Portis became an inside tackles runner. Betts was an inside tackles runner. Bill Bullock says he was paid to drop that. Be funny to think that. Hall replaced Springs. Yes. Basically, the Hall replaced Springs. Springs, I think, left after 2007.
A yard or two and got close to the first down.
Crazy thing is, when we got D Hall, we were tied for the division lead in 08 at that time. And it went downhill from there. Not his fault, but just his timing couldn't have been worse.
Line.
But it's kind of like when we got Clinton Dix. And we thought, oh my God, we got the guy we need. And then ended up not being the case. Got a defensive back, all pro defensive back, and it's going to make our defense better. And he did, just not that season. Actually, the offense really fell apart second half of the year.
First down, and that's all Liddell Betts. That should have been stopped for no gain. He gets a first down. Betts, nice haul, nice run. And the ball control offense. First down, Washington at the 36. Claiborne, the tackle. Betts piling up the yardage. He picked up 13 on the play. Betts on 34. He's got it. What a run by Liddell Betts down to the Vikings 31-yard line.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Says 10 too long, Phil. I'm sorry. Yeah, by the end of it, he was not there. Although for most of it, though, most of his time there, D Hall was making plays. Says they hear footsteps. I believe I saw Taylor flash at the top of the screen. Yeah, but Taylor was also about 15 yards behind. There's no way Burleson knew where that Sean Springs. Now maybe, or sorry, where Sean Taylor was. Now maybe Burleson didn't know where Sean Taylor was and assumed Taylor was coming at him. That's a good possibility. Says Springs was there first, I believe. Yeah, he was. What's his fault? Yeah, it was.
Hey, when they took the field that time, I told you, turn out the lights, baby.
We'll say it was his
Over
fault.
100
Nah, I
yards for
won't.
Liddell
I like
Betts.
D Hall.
There's the counter OT. There's Samuels out in front.
No,
Dockery out in front.
you get to see counter Trey in action. Counter Trey in action. Because we like counter Treys around here.
Control offense.
It's actually called a counter gap run. Counter Trey is one. There's also counter duo. And
First down, Washington at the 36. Claiborne, the tackle. Betts
this isn't
piling
it.
up the yardage. He picked up 13 on
Next
the play.
run. Right here. Chris Samuel is our left tackle. You don't see it, but he's pulled all the way over to the right side. So that's what's creating. It's going to create this seal right here.
It's on 34, and he's got it. What a run by Liddell Betts.
You pull and you're hooking on the block, you create the seal, and allows it to go.
Hey, when they took the field that time, I told you, turn out the lights, baby.
Over 100 yards for Liddell Betts.
Yeah, Taylor
There's the
intimidation
counter
factor, I
OT.
think, made a lot of receivers.
There's Samuels out in front. Dockery out in front.
Yeah, Dockery's in every regard. I think he doesn't get enough credit for being good
Ramsey
here.
is taken down by Keith Newman. Third sack of the game for the Vikings. With just over 2 minutes remaining. A game the Vikings need in order to ensure that they make the playoffs. The punt by Cooper goes in the end zone for a touchback. Here's 4th and 10. Culpepper steps up, dumps it off to Wiggins. Wiggins gets
And of course, we allow a 4th
to the
and 10
38-yard
completion
line of the
because,
Redskins.
20
we
can't
seconds
get what we
remaining.
want.
They burned their final timeout.
That's it. Culpepper sends everybody out deep. Wants to go to the end zone. There it goes. Lets it fly. And it's knocked down by Sean Springs. Went off his shoulder. He had position for an interception.
This is about to make you mad.
And now 13
happens here?
seconds remaining. Culpepper to the end zone. Jump ball. Marcus Robinson's got it. Touchdown Vikings with only 2 seconds remaining.
Boy, did he go up and get that thing. Did he leap out of his shoes and go get that?
Culpepper let it fly. Jump ball, and Robinson wins it.
It was Rash.
38-yard
Did a lot of
touchdown
punt
pass.
coverage.
Dante Culpepper's second of the game and 39th of the season.
Yeah,
Well,
Taylor didn't get up on that one.
The Hail Mary, and this is in the back of the end zone. Moss is up in the front of the end zone, and Burleson's to the inside.
Vikings go for 2.
I mean, lucky it's 2 seconds left, but
Culpepper shovel pass. Ontario Smith is in. He's got the 2-point conversion.
you think you'd see more shovel passes with all the misdirection game and everything else they run these days. You think you'd see more shovel passes? You don't see that anymore.
Randy Moss, I think he figures the day is done. Morton Anderson will be the man lined
Yeah,
up
this
the
is
onside
nuts.
kick. The
Moss
Redskins
walked
have
off with 2 seconds left.
receivers, running
onside
backs,
kick
and
coming.
Sean Taylor's out on the field. Well, I
What
don't
the
know.
heck was that?
Randy being Randy.
No trainer, no injury. Just says, hey, well, if we get it, we get it. What if they get the ball on the onside right here?
There it is, and it's loose and covered by the Redskins. It's over. The Washington Redskins defeat the Minnesota Vikings 21-18.
And we kept them out of the playoffs. So, yeah, more starters played on special teams back then. Thrash wasn't a starter, though. Thrash was the third receiver. Rod Gardner and Laveranues Coles were your starting receivers. But Thrash, I think, led the team. I think Thrash actually led the team in receptions that game. Let's see here. Patrick Ramsey was efficient, 17-26, 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Liddell Betts carried the ball 26 times for 118 yards. And James Thrash was your leading receiver with 5 catches for 81 yards. Put it this way, he had the same number of catches as Randy Moss and more yards. He actually had more receiving yards than anyone else in the game. So, go figure. Thrash had a great game, which is crazy. 5 for 81. We consider the fact that Thrash that whole year had 17 catches overall. 5 of them were in that game. Anyway. So, you know what? He said, at least Spring State played specials. No, Taylor did. Yeah, Taylor did. Yeah, Philly runs that tight end shuffle pass. I think Casey does too. That's right, Phil Bullock. They do, but you don't see it to running backs. I've seen the tight end every now and then. Maybe we can pull some of that off as well, because I think like Amari Rodgers is the kind of athletic tight end that I think can pull that off. But yeah, that is crazy that in a game that has guys like Laveranues Coles and Randy Moss and Nate Burleson, your top receiver from either team was James Thrash. But anyway, guys, I've been here almost 2 hours. Been entertaining you all. I'll have more stuff on my next Philstream. Maybe we'll do another game like this. I have fun doing this. I like just sitting there and talking football about stuff. Who's live? Who is live right now? Damn, nobody I want to send you to is live. I was gonna look to see who may be still going live. Damn. Old Tom Dark's been going for about 8 hours. I could send you over to Tom Dark and you spam his chat, but no, it's all right. I won't do that this time. But no, I was going to see if Urinating Tree or somebody like that was live. Have you go over there, spam Commandus or spam Philstream, have them go, who the hell just raided me? But nobody going to send you all tonight. Maybe another time. But anyway, I appreciate y'all coming in here. All 80 of my closest friends and family. All you chicken thighs and Russian spies out here. So glad that y'all could come spend a little time with me, watch a little football. I watch games like this all the time. I'll watch full 3-hour broadcasts sometimes, or have them playing while I'm doing work on my computer. So yeah, I have a lot of fun with this. I don't know. I play. I do. So here you go. Fun little bit. I'll show you something here. This is something I'm doing. I am playing Tecmo Bowl on an emulator, and I decided to play as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who were terrible that season, and I am 9-2 right now with one of the worst teams in football that year. But yeah, I play old school Tecmo Bowl. I may do that on stream one of these times. It'd be a lot easier for me to do it if I had 2 screens. Right now, I run off of one right now off of my laptop. But if I hook up I have a TV over here, I might be able to hook up as a second screen. If I do that, yeah, I may go ahead and start doing things like playing Tecmo Bowl on screen and stream and everything else. So, you know, I want to do this more. I'm kind of a busy guy sometimes. I know it sounds egotistical. I want to do this like once a week if I could. You know, I was hoping to start doing this on Tuesdays. Maybe not. We'll see how this starts working out. But Jimmy Lee says this is fire. Yeah. And I'll talk NBA draft. I'll talk, right now, next time, hey, I'll might be able to talk. We'll talk a little hockey because hey, look, right now, Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals is wrapping up. It was 3-0 Florida, and the Oilers blew the Panthers out 3 straight games to get to a Game 7. Like, this is unprecedented in hockey. I know that y'all ain't hockey fans out there, but if you're sports fans, it's a pretty big deal. Phil Bullock says, appreciate you, Phil. It's way to hold it down for the team, bro. Hey, absolutely. Absolutely. I want to make this a thing for sure. And Luck says, Tecmo Bowl or Super Tecmo Bowl. Yes. Tecmo Super Bowl, baby. Because that's 1991 season. It's the actual schedule. I'll go in there. Most of the time, I play as Washington. Sometimes I'll play as another team just because, it's boring playing as the same team over and over again. I know the plays inside out. But I'll get in there and start playing with a bad team just to see if I can do it. Right now, I'm 9-2 with the with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who were terrible back then. But anyway, I appreciate y'all coming out again. Phil, Deluxe, Steve when he was in here, Jimmy Lee, Ryan Elias was in here for a minute as well. Appreciate y'all coming out, joining me. I appreciate all 80 of my closest friends and family joining that were watching, lurking. Yeah, we'll catch y'all Thursday. Most likely I won't be here. I'm going on vacation later this week. I was going down towards Williamsburg, Virginia, and then Virginia Beach after that. So I will probably be out of pocket, but Steve and Deb will be here to hold it down. And Deluxe has been watching me and the Stanley Cup final. That makes me ask, what is the score? Oh my goodness, it's 2-1 in the third period. 10 minutes left in the game. It's a 2-1 game. So anyway, yes, Jimmy Lee says it best. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification because when I decide to randomly just go live like this, and I have just like a 10-minute countdown, it's coming. But anyway, I appreciate y'all coming out. This is the first of hopefully many of these Philstreams. And as Steve always says, peace, hail, we out.